At Prince Valley Market on Michigan Avenue in Detroit, the shelves are fully stocked and the options are plentiful. Customers say they're paying close attention to how much things cost.
I have to be very careful with my budget.
Prices are real high.
Dora Hopkins of Southfield makes it a priority to buy healthy foods, but is careful to compare prices.
Because it's good for my health. Certain things, are just high, and then I try to find something that could be lower price.
That's a great approach, says Bethany Thayer, a registered dietitian nutritionist at Henry Ford Health.
I hear all the time people saying that healthy food is more expensive than unhealthy food, and I don't buy it for a minute. I think there are all kinds of ways that we can eat healthy and not spend as much money.
Saving starts before you leave home.
Planning ahead is the number one way you're going to be able to save money in the grocery store, and it's also the one that people don't do.
Thayer recommends planning your meals for the week, checking what you already have at home and making a shopping list. 2 other top tips.
You've heard it before, don't come to the store hungry. And number 2, try and come alone. So when you come with other people, you're more likely to get talked into buying something else.
In the produce aisle, focus on whole fruit versus already prepared options.
This whole watermelon is $7.99 versus this half a watermelon, which is $8.84, versus this container, which is $5.02.
With fruits and veggies, don't assume pre-bagged is a better deal.
When you're in the grocery store, do the math.
Individual halos were 4 for $1. That's 25 cents each. The 3-pound bag was $7.99, but only had 16 halos in it, making them 50 cents each. That big of a difference even surprised our expert. Thayer says you can also save by purchasing non-organic produce.
Many people think they're doing their family good by buying fruits and vegetables that are organic. The reality is, from a nutrition perspective, they're the same, yet organic costs a whole lot more.
Thayer says onions and potatoes are an inexpensive way to stretch meals all year round.
A good way to add some flavor without using salt in some of your more savory items. And potatoes, a great source of things like vitamin C and potassium.
Moving to the cereal aisle, bagged was a better deal than boxed.
We found that the bag of cereal is 27 ounces for $5 versus 25 ounces for $6. So save $1 and get a little bit more.
And with the oatmeal, bigger was also better. This canister and this box were almost the same price, but the canister had 3 times the number of servings. For grains in general, Thayer says the healthier whole wheat option is often the same price as the less nutritious version. That was true for the pastas and the breads. Cooking oils tend to be pricey. Thayer says canola oil and olive oil are both good sources of monounsaturated fat, but canola is a much cheaper option, especially for baking or stir fries.
In this case, it's a little over $2 versus a little over $6 for the olive oil.
When it comes to meat, shopping the sales is key. Thayer also recommends serving more meatless meals and watching your portions.
You only need about 3 ounces, or the size of the palm of your hand.
Frozen fish is another healthy, cost-saving option.
Tilapia tends to be a lower priced fish, and again, a very lean source of protein, delicious in a lot of different things. Salmon tends to be the one that people go to, and sometimes you can get really good price on the salmon, especially when it's frozen.
If you're often throwing out fresh produce that goes bad before you can use it,
buying it frozen is a good way to save some money because you can pour out what it is that you need and then put back into the freezer what you don't for another time.
Finally, when it comes to healthy drinks, Thayer recommends sticking to tap water and low-fat dairy.
One place to save money in the grocery store is to not spend it on beverages. You can spend a lot of money in the beverage aisle and not get a whole lot of nutrition in the process.
While it takes a little more planning and time to save at the grocery store, Thayer says it's time well spent.
People are starting to make decisions and more, hopefully, informed decisions on what it is that they're purchasing.